The mirror doesn't reflect you, it remembers you. The mirror in the attic. A haunted reflection. A soul trapped behind glass. And one girl too curious to walk away. Emma Collins had just moved into a 130-year-old Victorian home she inherited from her late aunt. It was quiet, creaky, and covered in dust, but something about it felt like it had been waiting for her. While exploring the attic on her third day, she found it, an antique, full-length mirror, covered in a thick sheet. Ornate. Old. Heavy. Something about it made her stomach twist. She pulled the sheet off. The glass shimmered unnaturally. Not like a regular reflection, too dark around the edges, too sharp in the middle. She stared. Her own reflection stared back. But then, it smiled. And Emma didn't. She stepped back. The mirror returned to normal. She laughed it off. Just tired. But that night, at 3:07 a.m., she woke to the sound of breathing. Heavy. Labored. Not hers. She turned toward the mirror across the room. There, in the glass, stood a pale figure. No eyes, just dark, gaping holes. Skin like melted wax. Mouth slightly open. It stood behind her reflection, unmoving. Emma gasped, whirled around, nothing there. When she turned back, the mirror showed only her. The next night, she covered the mirror with a blanket. But in the morning, the cover was folded neatly at its base. She tried again, this time duct taping the sheet to the frame. That night, she heard it again. The breathing. Then a voice. A whisper. I'm waiting. The blanket slid off on its own. The figure stood even closer to her reflection. Its mouth moving, but no sound coming out. Emma screamed, flipped the mirror toward the wall, and ran out. Desperate, she researched the house's history. She found a single newspaper clipping from 1903. Young woman vanishes from attic mirror. No follow-up. No explanation. Just one photograph, blurry, but unmistakable. The girl in the photo looked exactly like her. Emma's hands shook. The following night, the air in her room was ice cold. She couldn't breathe. She turned on every light. 3:07 a.m. The mirror began to hum. A low, unnatural vibration, like it was calling something. Emma grabbed a hammer and swung it at the glass. But the moment it touched the surface, it froze mid-air. She couldn't move. Couldn't blink. The reflection smiled again. Then it stepped forward. 1 foot through the mirror. Then another. It didn't walk. It crawled. Its limbs bent at wrong angles. Its fingers scraped across the floor. Its jaw cracked open wider than humanly possible. Emma screamed and backed into the corner. The figure whispered, "Your turn." It lunged. The next morning, the mirror stood alone in the attic. Perfect. Silent. And in its glass, the pale figure was gone. Now, Emma stood there. Trapped. Mouth open. Eyes wide with terror, Frozen. Waiting for the next person to lift the cover. The mirror in the attic. Don't look. Don't touch. And never, ever turn your back.